Dear students, this is part 1 of chapter number 3, Natural Resources. In this video, we will be discussing about mineral resource and environment. So at present, we are living in the capitalist world. Capitalism is an economic system based on private ownership of means of production. Capitalism has promoted industrial and technological advancement. It has also reshaped natural world and resulted in innovations that have radically improved human well-being. In this system, we are acting as consumer and we are surrounded by numerous options to buy products. Millions of us look up to celebrity and might be willing to buy anything that they endorse. But then, in the pleasure of possessing all these material goods, we fail to realize the harsh truth behind manufacturing process. All these products are being developed by using minerals as their basic raw material. For example, cosmetic products are manufactured by using heavy metals and mica. Jewelry is made out of elements like gold and silver, and same way motorbike is made out of mineral, that is iron. So, mineral is the key component of almost all the products that are being manufactured today. Now the question is, what is mineral? So minerals are basically the substances which are present in earth in their natural state. They are extracted from earth in order to create new products. Or we can also define minerals as naturally occurring crystalline solid which have well-defined physical as well as chemical property. Minerals are of two types, metal and non-metal. Both these metals and non-metal are having wide application in our day-to-day life. There are chemical differences between metals and non-metals. Metals, on one hand, they are good conductor of electricity. They are malleable. Malleable means that they can be pressed into shape easily without breaking. Metals are also ductile. That means they can be drawn into thin wire. Metals are sonorous. That means they generate sound. Also, they are lustrous. That means they have shine. So the example of metal is iron. On the other hand, opposite properties are possessed by non-metals. So non-metals are bad conductor of electricity. They are not malleable. That means they cannot be drawn into shape easily. They are not ductile. That means they cannot be drawn into wires. Non-metals are not sonorous. That means they do not generate sound. Non-metals are even not lustrous. That means they don't have any shine. So the example for non-metal is carbon. So mineral, whether it is metal or non-metal, they are used widely. For example, construction of houses is possible because of mineral. Same way, wiring is possible because of good conductor metals like copper. Aluminium is very widely used in aircrafts. So minerals have been so crucial in human civilization that entire age has been given the name of mineral. For example, Bronze Age, in which bronze metal was very popular. Same way, Iron Age, when iron vessels were widely used. Now these minerals are extracted from earth. It is mostly the crust, that means upper surface of earth, or slightly below the layer of mantle which is used for extracting minerals. The method by which minerals are extracted is known as mining. So mining is the method to extract mineral from earth. Mining process can be divided into two types, surface mining and subsurface mining. Surface mining means when we extract minerals from the top layer of earth. On the other hand, when minerals are extracted from deep layers of earth underground, then it is known as subsurface mining. Surface mining is of following three types. First, open pit mining. Second, strip mining. And third is dredging. Now let us understand all these types of mining. So mining is the method to extract mineral from earth, and the first type is surface mining. So surface mining means extraction of mineral from top layers of earth. So it is the method of mining in which minerals are extracted from layers which are present usually on the surface of earth. Surface mining are of following three types. First, open pit mining. Now in open pit mining, there is pit or hole which is created in earth, and generally we use the method of blasting in order to create the hole and in order to access mineral which is present slightly inside earth. And these pits are created with the help of heavy machines or blasting, and the method is known as open pit mining. Second method of surface mining is strip mining. Now remember this, that strip mining is used when mineral is present on the top layer, that means on the crust. So if mineral is present on crust, we simply need to scrap it. So scrapping can be done with the help of heavy machines. So strip mining is a method in which metals are scrapped from surface of earth, and these metals are scrapped with the help of heavy machines. Third type of mining method is known as dredging. Dredging is again surface mine, and in this minerals are extracted from water bodies. So in this method minerals are extracted from water bodies like river, ocean, etc. So in this method we use certain kind of chained buckets in order to pull minerals upward. So these three are the type of surface mining. That means open pit mining, strip mining and dredging. These are the methods which are used in order to extract mineral which is usually present on surface of earth. Second type of method is subsurface mining. Subsurface mining is a method in which we extract minerals slightly inside earth. So in this, deep mines are created inside earth in order to access minerals. For example, coal, iron, these metals are extracted from subsurface mining. So mining is a method which is considered as a necessary evil. We need minerals because it has a positive impact. Minerals are required for overall economic development of country. No products are possible without mining. So since the economic growth of majority of the country is based on analyzing GDP, so the factor GDP, that is gross domestic product itself, is dependent on total number of products created in the country at the end of year. So that means more minerals are extracted, that will ensure more number of products and the GDP of the country will increase. So economic development of the country is dependent upon mining. Second, mining leads to employment generation. Many people are working in mining site and they are earning their daily wages. Third, better infrastructure is possible with the help of mining. So once we extract minerals, then we can develop the country, we can make sound infrastructure like road, railway, etc. Minerals are also very important in order to do scientific research and development. Minerals are important for generating new commodities in the market. All the products like laptop, mobile phone or any other item definitely possess mineral in it. Mining helps in improving the lifestyle of citizen. But at the same time, we cannot ignore the negative impact of mining. Mining is a necessary evil because it also possesses lot of negative consequences on environment. Let us see what these are. First, mining activity often results in pollution. A place where minerals are extracted is highly polluted. The reason is that blasting method is used, dynamites are used in order to extract mineral, and in that process lot of dust particles goes into the environment. Not only this, many times excess of minerals enter in the nearby water stream, thereby polluting it. Minerals are extracted by using heavy machines which create noise pollution. And obviously, all these minerals, they are bound to affect the soil quality and may lead to soil pollution. Second, we usually see that mineral rich area overlap with forest rich space. So in order to access mineral, forests are cleared up. This leads to massive deforestation. And in the process of deforestation, even the biodiversity gets lost. Third negative consequence of mining is that it is occupational hazard. So no doubt people are working in the mining site, they are earning their daily wages, but they are at the same time always exposed to harmful dust and toxin. Many people who work in the mining site are affected with black lung disease and other kind of respiratory disorder. So mining is definitely an occupational hazard. Groundwater pollution is also caused in the mining area, so excessive mineral can seep through soil and may contaminate groundwater. And lastly, usually it is observed that when mining is done, local community gets displaced. And when community gets displaced, their rich culture, folk dance, their tradition, everything gets lost. Case study on minerals. Let us try to understand impact of mining on environment and society with the help of few examples. First example is the mining in ARAVALLI. Aravalli Hill Range is the oldest plateau range in India. It covers 4 states, that is Gujarat, Rajasthan, Haryana and Delhi. Aravalli has been well known for its floral as well as faunal diversity. At the same time, Aravalli is also the mountain range where we find lot of minerals like soapstone, limestone, dolomite. All these minerals play very important role in construction work. So mining has been going on in the parts of Aravalli Hill Range and especially in the area of Rajasthan. So within Rajasthan, two places have been used for mineral extraction. First Udaipur and second Alwar region. Let us see the impact of mining in these two places. So the area of Udaipur has been widely used for mineral extraction, and now the condition is that in the area of Aravalli Hill Range there is totally loss of tree cover as well as faunal diversity. The reason is that mineral extraction is dependent on the methods like blasting, and these methods tend to affect the vegetation composition. So to access minerals which are present in deep layers of earth, tree cover is cleared up. This leads to extreme loss of plants and animals, and therefore it affects the ecological balance of the place. Second, in the area of Udaipur, Aha river flows. This is the river which finally meets Yamuna. Aha river has been filled with contaminants coming from the mining site, and the river is totally polluted these days. So the impact of mining activity is quite visible in Udaipur region. Second, let us try to understand the impact of mining in Alwar area of Rajasthan. Alwar area is the area where tigers are present. In fact, there is popular Sariska Tiger Reserve located in Alwar region. Tiger is the national animal of the country. It is also endangered species in India. Sariska Tiger Reserve was created in the area of Alwar in order to increase the population of tigers as per Project Tiger scheme. But then, this is also the place where we find lot of minerals. Minerals like quartzite, schist and granite are found in Alwar area. These minerals have lot of application in our day-to-day life. For example, if we consider quartzite, it is a decorative stone. It is used to cover walls as well as roofing tiles are made out of it, flooring, stair steps and countertops in kitchen are made out of quartzite. Second, schist, which is found in the area of Sariska Tiger Reserve, Alwar district, is used as a decorative stone and also quite popular for jewelry. Granite is a type of hard and compact igneous rock which is formed by quartz, feldspar and mica. It is also used for making kitchen countertop and house construction. So this material is very common. We do have it in our houses for making floors and countertop in kitchen. So these minerals have been continuously extracted from Alwar region, and the condition is the area of Alwar is totally degraded. Tree cover is very less and most of the area has lost its fertility. Second, in the place of Alwar region, due to rapid extraction of minerals like quartzite, schist and granite, there has been loss of tree cover. Methods like blasting have been used, which has definitely affected the tree cover as well as the faunal diversity. Not only this, the method of mineral extraction leads to high level of pollution, which is quite visible now in the area of Alwar district. Continuous extraction of mineral is now posing threats to the tiger of Sariska Tiger Reserve. In fact, in the year 2008, in the area of Sariska, there were no tiger left because mining mafia don't want tigers in the area. If the tigers are present in the place, that will ensure more vigilance by the forest department and their mining activity would be affected. So, mining mafias, they definitely help poachers in order to hunt the tiger species. As a result of which, Sariska Tiger Reserve, which was created in order to increase the population of tiger, was left with no tigers in fact in the year 2008. Later on, few tigers from the Ranthambore Tiger Reserve were shifted in Sariska Tiger Reserve in order to increase the population. But then, how long it can go? Mining activity definitely create a negative impact on tiger species as well as the flora and fauna of the place. In order to stop mining activity in Aravalli, Tarun Bharat Sangh, a local NGO of the place, came into action. So a public interest litigation was filed by Tarun Bharat Sangh in Supreme Court of India. Public interest litigations are the petitions which are filed in court when public at large is affected, and generally environmental cases fall in PIL. So, in 1991, based on this PIL, Supreme Court ordered against the continuation of mining in ecologically fragile Aravalli Hill Range. That means court restricted and banned all the mining activities in Aravalli. Later on, Ministry of Environment and Forest in 1992 issued a notification which also stated ban on mining in Aravalli Hill. Finally, 470 mines which were very close to Sariska National Park were closed. But then there are mining activities which are still going on in other area of Aravalli Hill Range. As a result of which, impact of mining is quite visible even in far off places like Delhi. So if mining in Aravalli continues, then it will lead to Aravalli degradation and sandstorms will become more frequent in Delhi. Remember this, that Aravalli is a hill range which always acted as a barrier between Rajasthan and Delhi. But now due to mineral extraction, there are wide gaps in this hill range. Due to gaps, we are finding that dust particles from Thar desert of Rajasthan could easily move into Delhi. Delhi is already filled with pollution load. With more increase in the dust particle, there are high chances of the dust storms, which will further add to the pollution load of the city. Let us study second example, mining of bauxite in NIYAMGIRI hills of Odisha. Bauxite is an important element because bauxite is an ore of aluminium. If bauxite is extracted, it can be processed into aluminium, and finally, lot of commodities, for example, aluminium packaging food foil, same way aluminium utensils can be made out of it. Now, after economic liberalization, many private players and foreign companies were attracted to do mineral extraction in India. Vedanta Resource is one of the multinational mining company which got permit by the government to extract mineral in the state of Odisha. Now Vedanta Resources decided to expand its business in two phases. So in first phase of business, Vedanta Resources started establishing its aluminium refinery in Lanjigarh area within Kalahandi district of Odisha. That means the company was importing its requirement of bauxite from Chhattisgarh and Jharkhand region. It was not initially extracting bauxite from Odisha, and in the initial phases, the company established aluminium refinery. Aluminium refinery was established in Lanjigarh in order to convert bauxite into aluminium. So these refinery are special industries which help in the conversion process of ore into aluminium. But as a byproduct, lot of dust particle goes out in the environment. So residents of Lanjigarh started complaining of breathing and respiratory disorder due to this industry. In phase 2 of business expansion, company Vedanta Resource wanted to extract bauxite within the state of Odisha. So they observed that Kalahandi and Raigad region is the area where NIYAMGIRI hill was located, and thereby company wanted to do mineral extraction from NIYAMGIRI hill, which are located within Kalahandi and Raigad district of Odisha. But then when this proposal of bauxite extraction from NIYAMGIRI hill was out, it didn't go well with the local community. NIYAMGIRI hill is considered to be a sacred mountain range by local community because local community is deriving all its resources from this hill. In fact, food, fuel, fodder, everything is derived from NIYAMGIRI. So Dongria Kond tribe, which is the local tribal community of the place of Odisha, they resisted against the bauxite extraction by Vedanta Resource. So NIYAMGIRI Suraksha Samiti was formed, which is a collective of Dongria Kond tribe and the other local community. In fact, in NIYAMGIRI Suraksha Samiti, people of Lanjigarh area also participated because they were already witnessing health issues due to aluminium refinery. Same way, many environmentalists also supported NIYAMGIRI Suraksha Samiti. So this NIYAMGIRI Suraksha Samiti organized themselves for more than a decade in order to resist bauxite mining in NIYAMGIRI hill range, which was their only home. Finally, all the participants of NIYAMGIRI Suraksha Samiti appealed before Supreme Court to look into this matter. Finally, Supreme Court applied the principle of Forest Right Act 2006 in this matter. Now earlier, democracy of India was working at the level of center, state and also at the level of villages. So central government was working at the center, state government was functioning in order to take decisions at the level of the state, and at the local level, panchayat, MCDs were operating. But still, people who are present in far remote corners of forest were excluded out. So in order to strengthen democracy, in 2006, Forest Right Act was implemented in Constitution. This law provides the basic right to the local people to take decision on their own. So tribal community which are in far remote corner are now included, and they do participate in the local matter that might affect them. So in this case of Niyamgiri Hill, we have observed that Supreme Court applied the principle of Forest Right Act 2006 and decided that the place where Niyamgiri is located, that means within Kalahandi and Raigad region, people would be allowed to vote whether they would like to have mining extraction or not. So, Odisha government selected 12 villages which are within 3 kilometers of mining area, that means within the Niyamgiri hill range. So, all these 12 villages were identified and they were made to vote on the matter whether they would like to go ahead with mining extraction or not. And the votes were clearly against mining of bauxite from Niyamgiri hill range. And after this vote count, Vedanta had to leave the site for bauxite extraction. So this is the India's first environmental referendum. Never before voting has been done on environment matter in India. So as a result of India's first environment referendum, the voting was clearly against bauxite extraction by Vedanta Resource. So sometimes it is really crucial to give right to the local people to decide on their own matter. So Forest Right Act played very important role in decision making process in this case. Now we do talk about development. Development in terms of economic means in order to make more products. Our present model of development is totally based on GDP, that means gross domestic product, in which we are always preferring more and more product. But I would like to ask all of you, do you think we are following right model of development when our environment is getting deteriorated? What kind of development it is when we are unable to even breathe properly? So are we following the right model of development in which citizens have to breathe toxic air? Same way, are we following right model of development in which rich people are favored and poor have to bear the cost? Not only poor people and the local community are displaced from the site where mineral extraction is done, but also these people, poor and underprivileged people, are involved in mineral extraction. They are earning just for their survival. Are they included in the development process then? Moreover, we need to question ourselves whether we are following the right model of development in which we continue to buy new products and we dispose of large amount of waste on earth. Our earth is already filled with so many landfill site and waste material garbage is piling up every day. So we need to strike a balance between environment and development. But then how is it possible? So we can recommend few measures here. First, there should be responsibility on the part of consumer. So consumer behavior is really important in order to negate the consequences on environment. So next time before you purchase any new product, think twice whether you really need it or whether you are being influenced by advertisements. So consumer behavior is quite crucial. Consumer should make right choice of purchasing good only when necessary. Unnecessary purchasing will create more demand for minerals and at the same time will lead to more garbage in the landfill site. Second, there is also need for companies' compliance with environment and social standards. So we cannot restrict or halt economic growth. Right now, economic growth is based on companies and manufacturing process. But then, at least company can comply with environment and social standard. In this direction, many companies are already taking lot of initiative. For example, Volkswagen. Volkswagen is a car manufacturing company. Volkswagen will be launching its electric vehicle. So Volkswagen Group goes electric with its ambitious electrification strategy, and the car manufacturing company want to become future climate neutral. However, in order to manufacture electric vehicle, there is new demand for responsible sourcing and extraction of minerals like lithium, nickel, cobalt and copper. Cobalt is a key component of electric vehicle batteries, which comes from Democratic Republic of Congo. And this has large informal sector with legacy of unsafe working practice and also child labor. So in order to ensure that the mining happens in sustainable way, Volkswagen has joined a group. This group is known as IRMA, that means Initiative for Responsible Mining Assurance. Now, IRMA is an alliance of non-government organization, labor union, affected community, mining companies and purchaser of raw material. So IRMA include standards, for example, standards for human right protection, standards for health protection of workers and also environmental protection. So in this way, Volkswagen has joined this group which sets environment and social standard. And by this way, company is ensuring that car raw material for upcoming electric vehicles are derived in sustainable way. Let's take another example of Vedanta Resource. No doubt that Vedanta Resource has faced lot of opposition from the local tribal group, that is Dongria Kon tribe in Odisha. But Vedanta Resource is also working a lot in the field of social responsibility. So as a part of corporate social responsibility, Vedanta is working towards sustainability and is promoting clean light technology in the area of its Lanjigarh plant in Odisha. Same way, Vedanta Resource has also established hospital for the local people and are working towards empowerment of local women. Third way by which we can strike balance between environment and development is by involving local communities in decision making process. Indigenous community around the world have lived by an instinctive sense of ecological integrity. Their sound knowledge about forest composition could prove very effective and can guide us better in taking decision about any developmental project in forest space. Finally, time is short and we cannot afford to wait anymore for taking sound decisions. We are rapidly approaching moment when choices before us would be very stark. So we need to summon courage to draw right conclusion and collectively should compel our government and other institutions to act with foresight and wisdom. Because it is believed that the way to economic future for vast majority of people is actually ecological.